So how does unresolved trauma show up in your body posture?
Well, unfortunately, our issues are in our tissues. Any kind of emotional stress, physical stress that we've gone through in our lifetime that we have not gotten the gift. Do you know what I mean? Like, we get the curse side. Everybody connects with that. Oh, that person did me dirty. They did this to me. They did it that way. How it screwed me up. Everybody gets that perspective. But unfortunately, that perspective is limited and will hold you in that traumatized physiology, right? Mm-hmm. But when we work with people with the consciousness exercises to experience the energy, to experience the tension, to experience the emotion through a different perspective, they get the gift. And once they get the gift and they see how their life has improved as a result of that, how the trajectory of their life has changed as a result of that experience, how they've met people, they got married, they had opportunities, they had a career, they had a relationship, they had kids, they had amazing experiences in life. And had it not been for that stinking trauma that they hated at an early age, they would never have had the passion and enthusiasm, the kahunas, if you know what I mean, that allowed them to make that change. They never would have had that had it not been for that trauma. When a person is able to experience a trauma with gratitude, it's no longer a trauma, it's a gift. Mm-hmm. And literally what your body does with it is something different. And I get it. I've had people come in the office, they're like, look, this is a horrible thing that happened to me. Nobody should ever have to endure that kind of stuff at an early age. That is not okay. And as they do the consciousness exercises, as they get network care, and they experience the energy. The trauma is not in your body, the energy of the trauma. And oftentimes it's the energy of our judgment that we put on it. Mm-hmm. You can't always have that conversation with someone who's in the wound side of it, right? They're a victim. But here, if we were just to be upfront, nobody grows. There's no benefits when you're looking at it from a victim perspective. It doesn't serve you, it doesn't serve your family, it doesn't serve your community, it serves nobody. Yeah, I'm not saying that I haven't been a victim and I haven't felt like, hey man, I really got done dirty. I get it. Hey, we're all there. View it that way, sit in it for a minute, put your big boy pants on or big girl pants on and say, okay, I'm not staying a victim, because what happens to you, you don't always have control over. But what you do with it, you do have control over, especially if you're able to access the consciousness exercises, which allows that perspective shift much more easily to much more depth, so you're able to get the gift. Because remember, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. But you have to be able to see it from that lens. And if you are able to pull your bootstraps up, so to speak, and look at it from a different perspective, man, you see how everything that happens truly does happen for you. Yeah. And it was such a gift. It was such a gift. So for example, I had a horrible marriage. When that dissolved, I had such amazing appreciation for the woman in my life now, Ashley, that Ashley and I were just talking about last night. She said, you wouldn't appreciate me as much as you did, because Ashley's an amazing communicator. Had it not been for a relationship previous where the communication was horrible. Mm-hmm. On both of our ends. It wasn't one end, it was both, right? Because we typically attract our mirror. So now I have such appreciation for it, and our relationship is amazing, and I so much value and encourage her communication skills, and she appreciates mine, that we would never have that had it not been for having to go through the gauntlet in my previous marriage, you know? So now I'm at a place in my life where I look at the traumas that happened in my past, and I'm so grateful for them, because that's who made me the person I am. Another analogy would be being as a father now, and growing up not feeling the value from my dad, not feeling encouraged, not feeling loved, having him not make the time for me when I was young in a way that I would have liked. Mm-hmm. Well, I can tell you that made me an amazing dad right now, because whatever my kids are into, I'm into, because I know what it feels like to be ignored and not have dad's presence. So I'm an excellent dad now because I know what it feels like to not have that attention, to not have that appreciation. So so now as a father, I'm so appreciative that I didn't have that from my father, because I see the value in giving that to my kids. Mm-hmm. And my kids are amazing. I mean, they're
Did you-
such happy kids.
Did you always see it that way, or was it something that was kind of buried in your body structure and you tapped into it later? Or did you always know, I'm going to be this way when I'm a father?
I remember as a kid thinking to myself, instead of sitting in front of the TV on a Sunday with a beer, flicking channels, and ignoring my kids that haven't seen me all friggin' week, what if I were to turn off the TV and just spend 15 minutes with my kid and be into what they're into and play Legos with them and help them draw and help them color? The kids' love language, what you want your kid to be successful in life, you want them to have self-esteem. The love language for children is give them attention and be into what they're into.
Quality
If
time.
you're into what your kids are into, even if it's just for 20 minutes, a half hour, you have no idea how that kid feels as though they have value and they're worthy of another person's love. I mean, you know, we all think about, oh, when I'm going to buy my kid this nice car, I'm going to send them to this expensive school. And then they become drug addicts because they don't have any identity. They have no self-worth. They have no self-esteem. You want to set your kid up for success and it costs you nothing? Spend time with your kids. And I'm not talking like you got to sit there all day. Just be with them for 30 minutes, man, and be into what they're into. Amazing. So back to the point of the video, I have the value that I have, and I'm aware of what my kids need, and it's important to me what they need because I felt as though it wasn't important in my youth. So as a result of those curses, I was able to do the conscious exercises and had that awareness that, damn it, when I'm a father, my kids are going to know that they have value and they're loved and they're appreciated.
That's awesome.
And I'm appreciative of that gift. And it's the consciousness exercises and the network care that really helped me see things more and more from that perspective. And remember, I don't want to be right. I have all kinds of stories. I don't want to be right. I just want to get the gift.
Right.
Defend nothing. Look for the gift in everything that happens.
That's awesome. Just be present and observe and appreciate it.
And if you're not able to see it in the moment, maybe now's not the right time. But keep doing the consciousness exercises until you've worked up to the point where you're able to see the gift in it. I know it was a horrible thing, but if you can get the gift in it, you took that horrible thing, you took the lemons and you made lemonade.
You transmute it.
If you're going to carry that garbage around, you may as well get some growth out of it, right? And then as a practitioner, people show up with that. All the tension in your body is undigested life. That's the whole point of the tension, is because your body will not let it go. And it's interesting as someone who does body work, right? You could adjust it, you can massage it, you could electric stim it, you can medicate it, you can stretch it, you can do all that stuff. And my challenge is to most people that stretch, yeah, you do your stretching, you get much more limber. Within 20 minutes, I promise you, the same place you were before. And most of the time, the reason why that is because of the tension, the energy that's stored in your body you haven't gotten with yet. And once you get with that stored energy, that tension, that undigested life, that life's trauma that you're storing, once you get with that, get to the other side, you will be shocked. Not only does your posture change, the ease in your body changes, your flexibility goes through the roof. I'm in my 50s, and I'm actually pretty flexible for a guy my age, really flexible, even though I never stretch. Now, I'm not saying don't stretch, but what I'm saying is the objective is to become more flexible. And if you want to be more flexible, man, go to work and cleaning up all that tension in your body. Not trying to get rid of it, but instead make friends with it. Get the gift and just watch it dissolve. And not only does your health improve, your emotions improve, your well-being improved, your flexibility, I mean, everything comes with it. It's beautiful.
Posture.
And then it typically doesn't return because you got the gift in it. So the point of it is your issues are in your tissues. The tension is there for a reason. Your posture is there for a reason. It's because there's undigested life. And with network care and the consciousness exercises over time, people digest nice bite-sized pieces. And it's amazing to see not only does their posture transform, their emotions transform, how much more peaceful they are change, but also they're able to get to the gift and show up even better as a result of the so-called trauma.